smile on now.
Good day everyone, I am Ms. Jabel I. Lorenzo, a first-year student of the University of Mindanao, Davao City, took up Doctor of Philosophy and Criminal Justice. Today, I will briefly discuss what Philippine criminal justice is and what are the issues and problems encountered by our PCGS. And as a student, I will give my recommendation for the betterment or for improving our Philippine criminal justice system. The Philippine criminal justice system is composed of 5 pillars. The first one is we have the law enforcement, the prosecution, the court, the correction, and the community. The law enforcement effects the arrest of those people who violated the law. The second pillar, which is the prosecution, considers the background to determine whether the person arrested for violating a law should be prosecuted. And the third pillar is the court, is known as the cornerstone of the system, wherein it determines whether the person charged with a criminal offense is guilty or not guilty. And when the courts of law find an individual guilty of violating the law, a sentence shall be imposed upon him, not to change the criminal's attitude, but as a penalty. And when a person has been proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt, he or she must be placed in confinement for the protection of the criminal and for the community's welfare. Criminals are considered prisoners while they serve their sentence imposed by the court for transgressing the law. That is the Philippine criminal justice system. There is a saying that justice delayed is justice denied. The perception of continuing failure of the Philippine criminal justice system to deliver the fast and efficient justice has inevitably led to the erosion of public trust in the government. As a consequence, citizens are laden with anxiety because of unabated criminality and violence in their communities. The type of justice that leads to peace and prosperity continues to elusive in the Philippines as a worsening scenario of jail congestions continues to manifest its malevolent implication for the human rights of prisoners. It appears that the culprit is an overwhelmed machinery of criminal justice that has not been able to keep the pace with growing rates of population, urbanization, and criminality. There is also an apparent imbalance in the justice structure where there are too few judges, prosecutors, and public defense attorneys to process the case filed by the numerous law enforcers who file criminal cases, which this leads to the bottlenecks in the criminal justice procedure and has resulted in not few instances in human rights crisis in jails. Improving to the criminal justice system are needed in order to remedy the following problem. The first one, sometimes defendants have to spend too long awaiting trial. The second one, it is not always clear whether a decision not to prosecute is justified. The third one, sometimes after judgment has been given in a case, the sentence is carried out at a much later date or not at all. For example, the offender cannot be found. And the last one, the criminal case be handled more quickly. As a student, my recommendation for the betterment or for improving our criminal justice systems or more criminal cases must be completed successfully. Thus, the police and the public prosecution service must make clear agreements about which cases deserve extra attention. Second one, convicted offenders must actually serve their sentence. The third one, suspect must be brought to trial sooner. 2/3 of simple criminal case must be processed within a month to address the having jail congestion. Next is there should be procedural documents must whenever possible may be made available in digital form to lawyers and the public. And lastly, My recommendation is that the procedure for lodging a criminal complaint must be made simple and with more consideration for victim. For example, the victim should be personally informed about how their complaint was handled. Thank you.